Hello and welcome to another Bad Comic Review. This time we're looking at Green Lanterns issue 51. This is part 2 of Evil's Might. This is written by Dan Jurgens, art by Mike Perkins, colors were by Hi-Fi, letter was Dave Sharp, cover by Mike Perkins with Will Quintana, something like that. Associate editor Jessica Chen, and editor Brian Cunningham. Now this book was great. So we've got a lot going on here. One of the Guardians has been murdered. The doctor, apparently there's only one doctor on the whole Green Lantern Corps, which is weird. He determined that this was a definite murder, and then Guy and Kilowog bring John Stewart in, so they have to work on that, and that's priority now. The Guardians are talking about what's going on. Meanwhile, Guy is assembling a bunch of the Corps to put a giant dome over the city and try and keep out the storm, or at least keep it at bay. But the Guardians know that something kooky's going on. Meanwhile, one of the rings comes flying in, and it's from Penelops. I don't know how to pronounce that. The squid guy with an eyeball in the center. So they fly out to his homeworld to see what's going on, and they come across that armada that we saw last issue. A lot of the population of the planet is dead by this point, about 92%, and they're going to try and save what they can of the planet, and to do that, they're going to have to fight the fleet. So they're flying up. Meanwhile, back on Mogo, the dome is cracking despite the other lanterns that are still there, trying to maintain it. So things are not looking good. But this was a great issue. It really continued the plot, and it was a real interesting read. It kept enough action going that you didn't get bored. It was paced really well. The art's pretty solid. Not the greatest, but it's definitely serviceable, and it's above average, I would say. So overall, a really good continuation of the story, and the rings definitely have something wrong with them. Somebody is manipulating them, so I'm real intrigued to see where that goes. But until then, this is a definite recommend, and I've got issue 52. We're going to look at that next, probably tomorrow. Until then, this is a definite recommend, and hopefully you get a chance to pick it up and enjoy it like I did. You'll probably want to get the first part, but they do fill you in pretty well on this one. That being said, that'll do it for this one. As always, thank you so much for listening and supporting the channel. Please consider subscribing so you don't miss future reviews, and be sure and hit that like button and tell your friends. And as always, thanks for listening.